Good morning students, hope you all are well. Dear students, now we are taking revision of book exercise of chapter 5. So let's start. Answer the following questions briefly. Question number first, what is classification? Question mark. Dear student, the process of putting things or the materials in a group or a categories is called what? Classification. Now come to the second question, why should we sort or arrange materials? Question mark. Dear students, dividing or sorting materials into a group makes it easy to study their property. It helps to observe many patterns in these properties. For example, by playing similar types of object together, we can locate them easily. So dear students, that's why we are sort or arrange materials. Now dear students, come to the question number third, distinguish between the luxury and non-luxurious material. Dear students, luxury is the term used for the describing the property of metal which has a shiny nature, for example gold and silver. Whereas dear student, non-luxury materials have dull appearance. They do not shine like luxurious material, for example paper, rubber, cardboard, etc. Now come to the question number 4. Define density and give an example to explain the same. Dear student, the mass per unit volume of a substance is known as what? Dear student, that is density. The material that are dense than the water will sink in the water. For example, stone material that is less dense than the water will float on the water, for example plastic bottle. Now come to the question number 5. Dear student, distinguish between the magnetic and non-magnetic materials. Dear students, magnetic materials that get attracted towards the magnet are known as magnetic material, for example iron, and the materials do not attract towards the magnets are known as non-magnetic material like rubber. Dear students, now dear students, come to the next question. Answer the following questions. First, what are the property of solid, liquid, gas? Question mark. Explain with a diagram. Dear students, we know the property of solid have a definite mass, definite shape, compress. If we are talking about the compressibility, it cannot be compressed. Occupy the volume tightly. They are occupy the volume and they are tightly packed. Particles are arranged very tightly. Come to the liquid, dear students. They are definite in mass. They are no definite shape, dear students. Can be compressed to smaller extent. Dear students, occupy space also, and their particles arranged less tightly packed. Now come to the dear student gas. Yes, definite shape, definite mass. Sorry, dear student, it having a definite mass, no definite shape, compressibility gases are highly compressible. Dear students, occupy volume, no students, and they are loosely particle arrangement. We can say they are loosely packed. Dear students. Now dear student, in this question you have to also make a diagram which is given page number 61. Dear students, table 5.1, you have to, dear students, draw these diagram also. Now come to the dear student second question. Distinguish between transparent, translucent and opaque material. Give example for each. Dear students, transparent, the object through which rays of light can be passed easily. For example, water and glass are example of transparent. Translucent, dear student, the object through which only few rays of light can pass through it. For example of paper. Opaque material, dear student, the example, the object through which no rays of light can pass through them. For example, wood. Now dear student, come to the question number 4. Come to the question number 3. Sorry. Define conductivity. How can materials can be classified based on their conductivity? Question mark, dear student. Now, what is the conductivity? Dear student, the property of materials to allow heat or electricity to pass through it is known as what? Conductivity. Dear students, how can material can be classified based on their conductivity? Dear student, material that allow heat and electricity through them, they are called what? Conductor. For example, copper, aluminium. Materials that do not allow the heat and electricity to pass through them, they are called what? Insulator, like wood and plastic. So now, dear students, come to the question number 4. Write and explain any 4 properties of metal. Dear students, metals are luxury in nature. So first is luxury. Materials that are shiny in appearance are known as luxurious material. For example, gold, silver. Materials that are dull in or lack shine are known as what? Non-luxurious material. For example, paper and rubber. Now, dear students, second, texture. Rough material like stone, wood, body scrubber and sandpaper. These are the example of rough material, and the smooth material like a piece of a cloth, cotton and wool. Next property, dear students, hardness. Material that can be easily compressed are known as soft material, and material that can be difficult to compress are known as hard. For example of iron. Dear student, flotation. The property of material that to float on the water is called what? Flotation, dear students. Like plastic and rubber are example of flotation. Now, dear students, you have to do this E and F part of your exercise in your notebook in a very neat and clean way, dear students. Thank you, students. Stay home. Be safe.